Thank you so much for being part of this quarantine experiment in habit change that we are about to embark on in just a few days. So I just wanted to reach out and kind of fill you in, because I know that once you commit to doing something like this, like the journey kind of begins. So you're probably having all kinds of thoughts about which habit you're going to focus on, and who's going to be in the course, and how's it going to work, and just the journey has begun. And originally, I think I mentioned to some of you, I was planning to get the Facebook group up and running kind of, like now, as opposed to, right when we start. I've decided against that. And the reason is I just don't want us to be limping into this experience kind of haphazardly. I'd rather us enter with a bang instead of a dribble. And so I'm going to start the Facebook group up. I'm thinking of doing it right on the 1st, since that'll be the first day that people are kind of waking up in a new year, and give people a chance to kind of introduce themselves that way. And in the intervening time between now and the 4th, I'd like to have an intake call with whoever would like to have one. It's going to help me create the course, but it's also, I think, going to help with defining the habit that you're looking to work with. One of the things I want to encourage, I've been looking at the surveys coming through, and some people have a really clear idea, not only of the habit they want to change, but also how that habit ties back to a key value or a key dream that they've got in their life. And so I want us to, over this time, I want you to interrogate your goal a little bit. And what I mean by interrogate it is, be a little skeptical of yourself about the habit that you just chose. For some people, I think they might be choosing kind of a light habit, like that's not really tied to some big thing that they want in their lives. And for others, it is tied to some big thing, but it's too big. And as a result, it's ultimately going to be intimidating, and there might value from kind of paring it down and going one step at a time. And for others, they've got like 7 goals, and it's not going to work. Okay, we gotta be able to make it into 1, maybe 2, but we gotta make them prioritize. So one goes first, another one goes second, so that at least we get the first one. So I just want you to interrogate, try on a few different habits over the days. And then we'll also be spending that first week really making sure we've chosen the right habit, and not just the right habit, but how to craft that habit in such a way that you're setting yourself up for success by how you measure your success on that habit. And for some people, the way that they measure that success might change over the course. So what you measure as success in week 1 might be different than how you measure it in week 5. And so we want to create opportunities and room for that. So I wanted to send this video just to kind of like get the wheels turning and send them in, because they're already turning, right? So I wanted to give you some thoughts to kind of play with, because we're going to go deep, right? And habits are tied to some deep stuff, right? It's not just simple like, oh, I wish, I could exercise. Isn't so simple, right? There's all sorts of identity and all sorts of history tied up in how we make those choices and don't make those choices. So anyway, this is just an opportunity to reflect on that over the course of the week. I'm also going to include a link that you can sign up for a little intake call. It's really going to help me make a course that's going to meet people's needs. And because it's the first time I'm doing this, I'm willing to kind of like put an enormous amount of time into this. Won't be sustainable over the long haul, but I really I'm really just jazzed about helping you get unstuck in this way. There's just nothing that excites me more than helping people get unstuck. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to help you, and I'm looking forward to it. If I don't talk to you before New Year's. Have a great New Year's. I know we're all very excited to put 2020 behind us and start anew on 2021. And thanks again.